All right, you guys, we are backstage with Stranger Than Paradise with Matt, Volume 1.
Woo.
All right, you guys, so please tell me, as a debut show, how do you guys feel that you set the fucking bar?
It was awesome. We did great.
Do you guys feel like you... We all know as fans that you set the bar real high, but do you guys all feel as a band that you really touched that?
I feel like we delivered. You tell us, what do you think? Did we
Look,
deliver?
as a fan and as, you know, a camera guy, you guys did amazing. But I want to know what you guys feel. How do you guys feel about the show? Do you guys feel like you performed? Do you guys feel like you rocked the shit out of it? Like, tell me how you guys feel.
I know I left everything up there.
You damn right you did. Way to go,
That's some of
champ.
the most fun I've ever had.
Hell
Nice,
yeah.
nice. Brian, how about you,
Same
bud?
thing. Same thing. Had a
Same
blast.
thing, same thing. Great.
Had a blast.
All right, you guys. So I want to ask you a few questions. Again, obviously I wasn't here earlier, so I want to ask you a few questions about you guys. Tell me about your new band.
You can't lean on the table.
No, I'm not going to lean on the table. Shut
You're
up.
leaning on the
I'm
table
not
right
leaning.
now.
Tell me about your new band, you guys.
We're called Strangers
All of
in
you.
Paradise. We play a lot of fun 80s hair metal.
Okay.
We're a tribute to the era.
Yeah.
Tribute to-
A
I
tribute
like
to any
that.
artist or
Nice, I
whatever.
like that. All right.
Like our tight-fitting clothing.
Yes.
How did you guys come up with this band?
We grew up listening to this stuff, most of us. So,
Most of you?
Yeah.
I know there's a couple of young guys here, including myself. Yeah, you too there. I see you
Some
smiling.
of these songs
Yeah.
are older than a couple guys in the band.
Exactly.
I got a son older than these guys.
Ah.
I like
So
it.
sweet.
So with that being said, how do you two fit in? Tell me about your music experience behind this.
Oh, it was.
Ex-
It felt like just an insurmountable hill to like live up to like these guys that have been touring the scene forever. But to just like all this music that I'd never touched in my entire life, and just getting up on the stage and blowing it the fuck away, like.
Nice.
Nice.
I
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I like it.
Hell
I
yeah.
like it.
Bringing the thunder.
All
I've
right.
always listened to
So-
hair metal since I was a kid. This band has just been bringing that into fruition. Just that little childhood dream.
He was born to rock these bands.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've
So
definitely had
as we
these for
know,
about 8 years.
you were from a
Wow.
long distance, correct?
Yeah, I'm from
Yes, exactly. So how does it feel being in a band that rocks so hard with driving so? Like, how do you feel about that?
Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Wouldn't change it for anything, man. These guys
Absolutely,
are awesome.
fucking fantastic. So, you guys, could we ever see original tracks, or are we just gonna be a full blown ass fucking,
Absolutely.
cover
You'll see
band?
original
Oh,
tracks
yeah.
before live.
Original tracks. That's
Absolutely.
right, ladies and gentlemen. You hear from all of them. That is original tracks that might be true.
Released on cassette.
On cassette. I like
Of
that.
course.
All right, you guys, tell me about upcoming shows. Where are you guys gonna play
Ooh.
next? What's the next step for Stranger Than Paradise?
We're gonna take over the world.
I like it.
We're gonna start booking a lot of stuff. We honestly had a lot riding on tonight to see how tonight went, to basically show everyone, the world. I mean, now when everyone sees video, what we're about. And we wanted to kind of introduce ourselves in our relative hometown.
Sure,
There's gonna be
sure.
some other surrounding cities. We'll play some other states and play some other markets and whatnot. We got a killer gig coming up in Sioux City. Someone help me, July.
July
Oh,
10th.
yeah, July 10th.
Nice.
Can't wait.
Nice, I
We're
can't
gonna
wait.
play a very, very cool outdoor festival down there. It's gonna be amazing. So we're gonna just keep working and learn a few more songs, keep playing, work on some originals here pretty soon, and just keep playing. Man, I said this earlier to you actually. This is the band I've dreamed about being in since I was like 10 years old. This was a blast.
You
This is
did
fun.
say that. So I want to know, on a personal level, do you guys love this band?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
All of you, it touches on personal levels for all of you, right?
Absolutely.
I
Fucking
couldn't think of a better group of sweaty assholes.
sweet, yes.
I'm just a little asshole.
JR is the littlest asshole, but we love you the most. It's okay. All right. So you guys, tell me where I can find your merchandise, because obviously you, JR, have the amazing shirt on. Yes, Strangers in Paradise, we love it. So tell me, where can I find your guys' merchandise?
Square site?
Anybody know?
Say we got a Facebook, an Instagram, and a Twitter account.
Absolutely.
Merch is available on Stranger Than Paradise band.square.site.
Absolutely. Fantastic. So, now that we're completely done with the show and everybody's kind of calmed down, how do you guys feel like you performed tonight? So we all know we promoted, we set the bar real high. How do you guys feel about this shit? Do you guys feel like you performed? Do you feel like you hit that
I
bar?
think we pulled through.
We brought it. Yeah, I think we brought it.
You guys brought the house down. As a fan,
Take one down,
you guys
pass
brought
it
the
around.
house down, but we kind of want to know, how do you guys feel?
I think it was killer. I think we got a great response. A lot of amazing people came out tonight. Great support. I was very stoked to have my brother and his wife show up tonight as well. That was super
Absolutely.
fun. We had some people travel. We had some friends come down from Des Moines. So yeah, I am thrilled. I couldn't be any happier with the way everything turned out. Like honestly, straight across the board, it was a
Fantastic.
blast.
So while we have everybody on a kind of a little vibe here, kind of give me a little info on all of you guys. Obviously, you guys all come from different backgrounds, and you know we love all of you. But kind of give me a little info on all of you guys. Where do you come from? Who did you play with? What kind of music did you have before you started Strangers in Paradise? Right.
down on the-
Okay,
start
we'll
with
start
me?
with no. We'll start with Wyatt. Wyatt here. Also, I want to point out, Wyatt here is you had your first show ever.
Yep.
You're more along the lines of sticking behind the scenes and so on and so forth.
I'm a sound engineer by trade. Graduated university with a degree in bass and music technology, so it's like I'm very used to being behind the scenes and working with the artist. So it's kind of surreal to be the artist.
Absolutely.
To be on the stage that I've
Sure.
prepped for 3 years. I've worked here for 3 years. This is my first time playing on this stage, so it's absolutely surreal.
So Wyatt, as a new upcoming performer, are you excited to set the bar high? Like, are you excited to perform more? Like, how do you feel that tonight really
I
went?
feel like we just set the standard for local bands.
Whoa!
Whoa!
I like that.
Look, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it from him
Big
himself.
statement, but first show,
Yeah.
I've never seen a crowd this big in my 3 years of playing here. That big for a band that's never played.
That's
That's
awesome.
true. No one knew a note. No one's ever heard anything, and that's amazing. And I'm very excited and honored. Basically, that was killer. We put a lot of work, obviously, into it, and to have such a great response, great turnout. I mean, again, same thing. Humble but real talk. Yeah, we came out with the full banner, the full stage show, the whole deal. So yeah, I was definitely thrilled. So sorry I went out of turn.
No, absolutely. So listen, you guys, as a fan, I have watched you go from a dream on a paper to your debut show. How excited are you guys for this shit to actually happen? Like,
It's real now.
it is real now. So what's you guys' next step? We're gonna do
We're
more
gonna eat this
show?
cherry pie right now.
We are.
JR was kind enough. JR normally, because he's a legend here, he normally gets a blackberry cobbler. They didn't have any, so Christina's like, I'll bring in some cherry pie. I'm like, oh, that's pretty fitting. All right. So he was kind enough to share his pie with us. So we figured during this interview, we'd enjoy some cherry pie.
Yes, cherry pie is the absolute best.
Eat my cherry pie.
Hey, they were dancing on the dance floor tonight too. So
Absolutely. You guys listen, as a fan, you guys absolutely killed it. I am so excited to be here with you guys tonight. Chris, we haven't heard a lot of it from you. Give us a little bit more about you. Where did you come from? What do you do? What kind of style of music did you do before Stranger? And what kind of influence did you have with Strangers in Paradise?
All my influences were 80s hair bands. I think my two biggest influences were Guns N' Roses and AC/DC growing up as a kid. I got into all of it, went to all the shows, and just fell in love with it. I was in a variety of bands, started when I was about 18. Recently the band that I was in before I left Kansas City was Nine Penny, with JR. And my career took me up to Iowa. And that's where I met him, and I knew Brian from Hemlock. So because of my career, I unfortunately had to leave Nine Penny. I'd been gone for a while, and then coming back, Brian called me up, and the rest is history, you know. And JR was part of that too, and we said, you know, we had Wyatt lined up and said, let's give Jared a call and bring him back down from Des Moines. So it's been a great ride, and I love every minute of it.
Just start.
It's just
Right, absolutely, literally.
Hell yeah, you
Yeah,
guys.
yeah. And I was sharing this story also earlier, that literally every single one sitting here right now, I didn't even finish the sentence about, do you want to be in the band? Like, I barely got it out of my mouth. JR had been talking about me for a minute, like, the time's going to come when we need to do this. I'm like, give me the word, let's do it. Bam, here we go. So we mentioned Reader. It's like, well, you know, let's talk to him. I don't know if he's going to want to do a cover band, this, that, whatever. I mean, I didn't even finish the sentence. I'm like, hey, you know, I don't even know that I told him for sure that JR was singing yet. And he's like, I'm in, cool. And he's like, is it JR? I'm like, yes, you know, whatever. Chris mentioned Jared to me. And same thing, I'm like, well, he's got to drive from Des Moines. Is he going to want to do it? Fuck it, let's call him. I didn't even finish, you know, hey, putting a band together, you know, like Chris mentioned, we jammed before previously. A couple rehearsals, maybe, half a dozen maybe, if that even. We got together, jammed a little bit, had a blast, and then, you know, I lived in Des Moines for a very short period, came right back here, and bam, called the guy, and he's like, I'm in, you know. Same thing, you know, Wyatt, we already knew, I didn't know he played bass until right before we asked him to join the band. You know, he's been a stagehand here, our sound engineer.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
Sound engineer. Amazing dude. Love working with the dude from the get-go.
A little bit of both.
Love working with the guy from the get-go. And I think it's Christina told me, she's like, you know Wyatt plays bass. I'm like, really? Yeah, cool. So I hollered at him, came down, and bam, again, same thing.
Awesome,
you know?
you guys.
It was fantastic. So,
It was meant to be.
yeah,
It
definitely.
was meant to be. I feel like as a fan of your guys' band, you guys really set the bar high tonight. Can we expect the same high energy out of you guys every single time?
Oh yeah.
It's going to get
For me,
higher and higher.
It's gonna get higher, and I
For
like
me,
that.
For sure.
For you, for sure. All right, champ.
I don't know
I'm
any
gonna
other
hold
way.
you to that.
Don't know any
He's
other
going to be
way.
staged on him.
Yes.
I mean, he left the stage.
You, sir. Okay. Since you guys kind of hooked up all together in Iowa, you guys have all kind of been hanging out together. Tell me a little bit more about you. Like, what did you do before all of this was a legitimate thing?
Actually, I was just kind of playing guitar at my house by myself most of the time, and then I met a guy who knew a guy who eventually knew Brian and kind of introduced me to him. He's like, hey, I know this guy who really likes 80s hair metal kind of stuff. And that was several years back. We kind of got a little wishy-washy here and there, and then Brian messaged me here back in December asking if I'd be interested in it. It's like, absolutely. If it had been anybody else, I'd already jammed with Chris and Brian times past. If it had been anybody else, I probably would have been like, but these two guys I already know they kick ass, so it's like, count me in.
Oh yeah, man. So as a young guy, obviously you and Wyatt here as young guys.
What are we? Chop liver?
No, hear me out. So as young guys, do you feel that you get more experience and more from these guys? Do you learn more from them? Like how does that play out? Like as a young guy, because again, myself as a young camera guy myself, I'm young compared to these guys, but I listen to the same shit that all of you guys do. Like, how does that play out? Do you get more experience from these guys?
I've got my thrash metal band that I've been working on, and it's pretty much just me and my bassist trying to figure things out. And working in this band with Brian, Chris, JR, who've been in countless shows. It's really nice to have that experience, so you have something to kind of go off of, and you learn from that.
Real talk, I'm going to blow
Future
your mind. I'm so
experiences.
sorry. I'm sorry.
No, go right ahead, Brian.
Hemlock's what, 28 years old now, maybe? I think
Yes.
this year? I think.
It's definitely getting up there.
Hold
yes.
on a second. This is all the way from next month. How old are you?
26. 25.
So I've been playing in Hemlock longer than these guys have been.
Whoa!
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Mr. Drum himself, as an old man, he is the most seasoned out of. I feel like Brian, as the old man, you are the most
Not
seasoned.
the oldest one in the room.
Well, no, listen, hear me out now.
I got you.
As the most seasoned traveler of the world.
Sure, I
God,
understand.
Jesus, God, you have traveled with Hemlock. You have done so many crazy bands. We talked a little bit earlier outside with your brother about how much pretty projects you have done. You are literally the most seasoned out of all of you guys, and I feel like as a fan and as the band, we can all speak for you as we absolutely love and enjoy the fact that you're so seasoned because you spread so much knowledge upon us. Correct, gentlemen?
Correct.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You know, so no, mad respect for that.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely. You know, and with that, what kind of knowledge do you spread upon these gentlemen here? You know, with touring so
Sure,
much
sure.
and whatnot.
Anything and everything. I mean, all the way down to things I think about to like share on Facebook, the little silly videos that you even help me work on. You know,
Sure,
you and I
sure.
want it, to promoting flyers, getting posters out, all that type of stuff. Flow of show. You know, I really find the role in whatever band I'm in. Majority of the time, I usually write the set list, which I don't know. I'm very involved, even as a drummer, especially. You know, I feel like I have a good ear. I like to kind of see the peaks and valleys of the show, especially
Sure.
a lengthy set. We played well over 2 hours tonight. I didn't get the final time, but it was just kind of like just the flow of the show. You know, you kind of figure a song and just kind of get it all set up to where it's just entertaining. You know, things keep moving and whatnot. So things like that, I guess, is what I kind of bring to the table. As far as musicianship goes, all the guys are killer. You know, everyone is fantastic. I couldn't imagine doing this band with anyone else at all. I love so many styles of music, and that's why I like getting involved in so many different projects and everything. But like I said, this is the band I've been dreaming about being in since I was a kid. I was a little too young to really, you know, enjoy it. When we started, even me and my brother, we were playing stuff. A couple of these songs, actually, there's a couple bands we were talking about, Babylon AD and Every Mother's Nightmare. We were playing in clubs when we were like very young teenagers, 13, 14, 15, you know, doing shows in Vegas, and to come full circle again now and be able to have the opportunity to do this. I mean, 80s stuff is fun, you know, just straight across the board.
Absolutely.
You know, everything
80s is
about
fun.
it. Everything
Sure.
about it. I love it. It was a great era, high energy, super fun, music, just pop culture in general, the fashion, I mean, movies. I mean, people may joke and all, but I mean,
You guys
I'm
look
digging
amazing.
these fans,
All
I
of
ain't
you.
gonna lie.
All of you guys look amazing tonight. You guys all bring, you know, your different tones and settings to the band, and again, as a fan and as, you know, everything else, you guys fucking killed it, you
Well,
guys.
thank you.
So
Thank you.
I'm so excited for you guys. I hope to see more out of you guys. I can't wait for more.
We didn't work this hard to retire after one show. We'll be back. We'll be
Yes.
back.
You guys are definitely going to be back. We are so excited. We cannot wait to see more of you guys. Thank you guys all so much for rocking the Cafe Acoustic tonight.
Absolutely.
We
Get your
cannot wait.
signature sign off with us. Come get in the
Of
screen.
course.
I'll get it.
Of
You
course.
are-
What's the signature sign off? What's the signature sign off?
I don't know. This is you on the spot.
Hey!
You're
We love you all.
backstage with Matt. That's the wrong paper. I think.
No, it's not. Oh, yes, it is. Funny story.
There you go. Right there.
No, look, Backstage with Matt, Volume 1. We love you
Yeah,
all.
love
Love
you
you
guys.
guys. Stranger Than Paradise. Let's all give them a round of
Thank
applause.
you.
Thank you guys so much for being here. We love you, but we gotta go.
Nice.